Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome back. I hope that you've had a lot of time to go back and rewatch and look at your notes on modules 1 and 2 and on module 3, lessons 1 and 2. We have went over a lot of information. Some of it is reiterating how important parts are, and there's some new things there. And you know what? It's all about stepping up your game, going to the next level, but also in truly enjoying and understanding what it is that you need to do and that you want to do, and make it you. Always make every step be you. Don't be like me or like any other person. Be you. Because when you're you, it really shows others that you're human and that you live in the same kind of lives that they live in. And those are the kind of people that want to get to know you, like you, and trust you. They need you to be authentic. Be authentic. So we are getting ready now. We're going to go over module 3, lesson 3. So I hope that you are ready. Pencils sharpened, your favorite color of markers and pens and your notepads, whatever it is that you're using to keep notes. Lesson 3, navigating networking events with confidence. You know, a lot of people put on networking events, virtual and in person, and they're scared or they're worried and they don't know how to navigate. No, I want to teach you how to navigate networking events with confidence, to know that you've dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's, and you've sold all the tickets, and you have all your speakers lined up. So I want you to have ideas on how and why it is important to navigate networking events with confidence. So setting clear goals. You know, we talk about goals all the time, and this is no different. Every step that you take, you need to create goals. When you create goals, you know where you want to go and where you need to go and where you meet in the middle, where to start and where the end is. It just truly is. So this is no different. Set clear goals. Define your objectives for that event that you are working on right now. Whether it's making a certain number of connections or learning about specific opportunities. Maybe you're looking for 10 speakers. That's a goal. Maybe you're looking to sell 100 tickets to fill the seats. That's another goal. Maybe it's hiring a caterer or hiring a videographer or hiring a whatever it is. Set your goals and make yourself a timeline so that you are prepared and you can navigate from point A to point Z with confidence and authority. And you created this defined event and it's going perfect. Okay. And let me reiterate, nothing is ever perfect enough to ourselves. We know that. But as perfect can be in your eyes. Boost your networking confidence with these strategies. You always want to boost your networking with any event that you are part of or in charge of. It does not matter. If you are a guest speaker, if you're attending an event, if you're hosting the event, do your part. Don't expect anyone else to invite your people that you need to make your event to work. If you are the host, if you are the presenter, if you're the one that's in charge, be in charge. You can only trust in yourself that things will get done in the right way, in the right time frame that you want it done in. You can ask for help, but don't ever expect it in return, because people may or may not contribute the way that you think they should. Don't ever, ever think someone else is going to be just like you. It just disappoints you. It will disappoint you. So set those clear goals before the event. Decide what you want to achieve. Those are your first steps that you have to go through. Aim to make a specific number of meaningful connections and conversations to gather the insights of the topic. If you know that you want to sell 100 tickets for your event, then you probably need at least 200 invites minimum to create that. And in all reality, you probably really need to depend on 500 connections and invites to get 100 people to attend. Because if you sell 100 tickets, you're probably only going to have about 50 to 60% show up. And they may not all show up at the same time. People are late. People have to leave early. People come in between. People have to take breaks. Blah, blah, blah. Get my point? So if you truly want 100 people there, then you have to achieve about 500 connections and invites. Okay? Setting your goals will help you define your objectives. We talked about that. Your end goals. Clarify your intentions. Determine the goals for the event. Focus on establishing a set of number of valuable contacts. Acquiring knowledge on certain subjects. So if you want to, there's a few examples that can define in this area. So again, if you're going to have 10 speakers and you want them all to be creative in getting the word out on, let's say, on health, then you need to go out and find health people, speakers that to talk about health and their expertise in. What you don't want is someone up there talking about health that truly has no idea, because there may be time for question and answers, and people, even if there's not, guess what? They're going to be reaching out to these speakers later. Okay. So make sure you're picking out whatever topic you want to stay on, pick the right speakers. That's one way of looking at it. Or if you're wanting, let's say you want 100 people to attend and you want them all to be in the health field to listen to the health experts, then you're going to only look after people that are health in the health industry. Okay. Now that may not, this is just an example. I'm just giving you examples. This doesn't mean you have to have health people sitting in your audience because they're health speakers. I'm not saying that. It's up to what your objectives are. What are your goals? That's what you need to set out. Okay. Prepare your introduction. You want to make sure there's time for everything that you want to say during your event. So prepare your introduction. Craft a brief and compelling introduction that summarizes who you are and what you do. What do you mean? What can you do for them? Make it memorable. Make it about something that it stands out. Wow, do you believe what he just said? That is point on. Okay? Be memorable. And relevant. You must be relevant. You have to be like you're picking them out in the crowd and you're talking directly to each and every person in that audience. Research your attendees and the companies that are sending people there to your event. Why is this important? Well, if there's a guest list, you can kind of do some homework on who is in your audience, what do they stand for, what maybe they're looking for. So that way you can really reach out to the audience. If one of your speakers are not really reaching out, maybe you can chime in and get them back on track or get the audience motivated. Sometimes as hosts, we have to make sure we do that homework. So, and two, if you have that attendance list earlier in the game, then you can get with each speaker that might be talking about these topics that people are coming for and give them the knowledgeable time, and they can chime in on the audience as well and prepare what they are going to be talking about, what they will be speaking about. Plan your questions. Have a list of open-ended questions ready that can facilitate dialogue and show your genuine interest in others' work. So if you are a host of an event or you're speaking at an event, you're speaking at an audience, you're speaking one-on-one, it does not matter. You need to do your homework. If I'm going to talk to someone one-on-one and I don't know anything about them, I will Google them. I will get on Facebook. I will get on Instagram. I will get on LinkedIn, and I will figure out what is it that they do and how can I help them? Because remember, it's not about us. It's about them. So what can we do for them? How can I help? If a health person sets up an appointment one-on-one with me, how can I help that person? Well, I don't know. I'm not in selling health products. That's not what I do. I know a lot of people that do, that I can connect them with if that's what they want. But what I can do is help them up their game in their health field as far as selling a product or speaking in a crowd about their health products or about their health coaching, how I can get them outside the box of how to talk to a crowd. I can teach them how to connect, network, and collaborate with others. See? Now, if I would have went into that interview per se, that one-on-one talk, then I might have been caught off guard. Maybe. It's really hard to catch me off guard these days, but when I was newer at this, it was a lot easier to catch me off guard. So plan your questions and do a follow-up plan. Make sure you have a follow-up plan, because when you have an event, you need to be talking to everyone that attended that event within 24 to 48 hours, if any way possible, with emails, with getting on there, asking them to connect with you and set up an appointment. Or if they have left an appointment link with you, get on their calendars. Do whatever you can to get a one-on-one experience with them, so that way you can show them your expertise. Okay? How can you help them? Here is how I can help you. Okay? So what these tactics will help you navigate your networking event or events, not just with a purpose, but with a poise. Prepare your elevator pitch. Craft a concise and compelling introduction that highlights you, your skills, your experience, your expertise, and your goals. How can you help them? Don't make that pitch all about you. So many of us get wound up and get sidetracked, and we turn that pitch into about us, and it's not. A little bit about us, a little bit about you, and a whole lot about how you help them. Okay? Practice your delivery. Practice, practice, practice. Rehearse your pitch. Mirror should be your best friend. If you have children in the house, you have a spouse in the house, practice with them. Practice, practice, practice. But a mirror will be your friend. Go on Zoom, do a recording of yourself doing your pitch. And then that way you can go back in and watch the recording and you can say, oh my goodness, I shouldn't have said that word. Let me move that paragraph around. Let me move that sentence around. Let me use this word. I'm not smiling. Why am I not smiling? Things like that. Practice, practice, and then get on a Zoom, push the record button, record it, and then rewatch it, and rewatch it again and again and again. And then after you practice a whole bunch more, do it again. You're never going to be perfect. None of us are, but practice helps. Okay. Arrive early to any event. If it's your event or someone else's event, do not make an event host wait on you, because when you start holding your own events, you will figure out how that feels, what mood that puts you in. Oh my goodness, they're 10 minutes late and they expect to be in the Zoom room exactly in 10 minutes. Or, oh my gosh, I had an in-person event and people kept having to open and close the doors, because people kept getting up and out and they're arriving late and leaving early. So yes, be respectful for your own events or others. Set the stage. And when I say that, set the stage with your audience so they know how to prepare and what you expect from them. Set the stage for your speakers way in advance so they know what you expect from them and they can do it, because you don't know until you know. So communication is key with your speakers, but also maybe as people are coming in, put on the screen, please grab a glass of water, a bottle of water, take a seat. Glad you're here. Please be ready, because we will start our session on time exactly at 3 p.m. And we want to make sure that your notepads are already out, your pens are ready, and we will see you very soon. Something like that. Simple, but to the point. So always arrive early and strategize your arrival. Arriving early, that way you will beat the rush into the room or into the Zoom, familiarize yourself with the venue, feel more at ease. Now, this goes for everyone, attendees, speakers, or the host. And start engaging with each other in the room. Oh my goodness. If you're not engaging with people before, during, and after an event, you've lost out. You've left golden nuggets standing still. Don't be that way. Always interact any chance you get. And this also will help keep you and everyone else calmer in the room. Okay. Be the one to start conversation. Don't wait for someone to start a conversation with you. You be the conversation starter. Initiate the conversation. Don't wait for others to approach you. Approach them. Take the initiative to introduce yourself and start conversations with attendees, with speakers if they're available. Now, if you're at an event, if you're in an in-person event, per se, some speakers stay behind stage until it's their turn to come on stage, and then others are attending tables or they're out greeting guests. It just depends on what kind of venue, what kind of event you're at, but always be ready. Be ready. Have your QR codes on the phone so that they can scan them right away and can link up to you and you could be making appointments right there and then during the event, or have your business cards ready so that they can scan the codes off of that, or at least put you in their database. Be proactive. That's what I'm saying. Be proactive. Make the first move. Introduce yourself. Don't wait on others. Engage confidently. Don't be scared. Put your shoulders back and be brave. Be brave and be confident. You know what you're after. Go get it, because no one's going to get it for you. You must go get it and receive it. And a lot of people will go out there and get it, or somebody will give you something and then you don't receive it, or you don't receive it genuinely. You don't receive it authentically. So make sure you receive it as well. They're gifts. So enough about initiation. I think you've got the point. Kickstart the dialogue. Take the lead. Express interest in everyone, because you don't know until you do. Again, it goes back to that factor. You don't know till you know. If you walk up to someone, you're like, I'm not understanding what they do, so I'm just not going to talk to them. No, go talk to them anyway, because once you start the conversation, you may find out really quick what they do, and it really resonates with you. You really have interest on finding out more and more. And that gives you a reason to connect with them even farther down the line, tomorrow, the next day, after the meeting, after the workshop is over, after the summit is over, during a break, during lunch, during dinner, whatever it may be, because every situation is built a little different. But don't be scared. Get out there. You're there for a reason. Don't waste your time. Don't waste their time. Don't waste your money. Go get it. It's easy to register for an event, but if you don't show up and you don't work the crowd, then you've done no justice for you or the others. Ask open-ended questions. Now, when you talk to someone, don't ask them a yes or no question. It's hey, my name is LaDonna. I'm so glad I've seen you here today. Tell me about you. Okay. Open-ended. Don't go in there and say, oh my goodness, I love that necklace you have on. They may say, oh, great, thank you. It's ended. Now you have to start again. Okay. Now you have to initiate another sentence when, if you would have used the one, tell me more about you. What brings you here? That could come out to a long conversation, sentence structure, and then they're going to come back and ask you, well, what brings you here? Where did you fly in from? Where are you from? What got you started in this kind of business? See, always open-ended questions. Always. Now, if you walk up and you really like someone's necklace, oh my gosh, my name's LaDonna. I'm excited about the event today, and I just love that necklace you have on. Where did you pick up that masterpiece? Now, that just gave them several different objectives to come back out with a comment for you. I'm looking forward to this event as well. I'm really wanting to hear this speaker. I bought this necklace at an antique store downtown Atlanta, downtown Dallas. It's amazing. It's an amazing piece. And you know what? I can't wait to hear that speaker. And I'm also really looking to hear this speaker. And I'm really hoping to connect with several people while I'm here, because I have another event coming up shortly. And I'm just really focused on finding as many people in this crowd as I can, just short, sweet. You don't want to be too long winded. You don't want to sell them. You're just giving them information. Okay. Encourage deeper dialogue. Pose open-ended questions, stimulate richer discussions. We've talked about that a little bit about going deeper, going deeper, so that it creates conversations instead of just sentences. Now you have built up a conversation. They're all open-ended. And enhance your engagement through listening. You have to be a great listener so that they will in return be a great listener. We're going to take a brief break. We're not done with our lesson, but just a brief break, and we're going to come back with listening actively. So get a quick drink and come right back, please.